Good morning. It is the 20th of March, I believe. Anyhow, picking an order and just letting y'all know I make mistakes often. But just a reminder, always double check your figs and what they're supposed to have. For instance, I had syndrome and I listed him without his cape. I don't know why. I would have thought I would have clearly seen that in the images, but apparently I just listed him, didn't even pay enough attention. But fortunately, I had a cape. Unfortunately, it had to be pulled from a new Veda. So just double check your stuff. Yeah, that's my lesson of the day. Anyhow, this is a pretty nice order. It's a lot of like random parts that you don't really expect to sell so much. So there's some flags and flowers and the guardrails here, and there's these are from the road plate set that I randomly had extras from my kids' table. These little round ones, along with the inverted round ones that are down there somewhere. Some plants. Those are from the Mickey Mouse Disney train set. So that was pretty nice to see those go along with the red thing. Some plants from all that Wish house that I've parted out. So yeah, just a lot of parts that don't like go very often. So it's nice to have them vanish away into the night. But spacebar is working magically. I'm able to go through pretty easily. So now it's just a matter of if they'll update the UI or not, which I submitted and they responded about, they're looking at all the various things. Obviously, I don't expect them to do every single one of my requests, but the UI redesign would be nice. Yeah, so I can get these detached from each other. Okay. Yeah, perfect. I had a thought and it vanished while I was talking. Normal things. And there's some of these little ladder pieces here. Ladder. Fence pieces. I know my construction terms, I promise you. There's the other cat. I bought 5 of those from Costco. They have them for $30, $40, something. So normally an $80 or $90 set. It's pretty. I like all the stuff in there and the pieces. I'm a little disappointed there's no figs or anything, but it's not. That wouldn't make really sense for what it is. They had other sets that had a good part out as far as like what Bricklink was saying. But like for instance, one of them was the bamboo set. So it's so many green 2x2 round bricks. Part of me worries that there's like maybe one part in there that's new and is holding all the value. And I could look it up if I cared enough. I didn't care enough standing in Costco, so it was just a quick jump in and take a look for what was even on sale. But the another one, what else do they have? They had the fountain, not Treviso fountain, but the like garden fountain set. That had a good part out value compared to the price. But it felt like, I think it was more expensive. I didn't really want to spend that much right then and there. I think it was like $70 and it parts out to $180 or maybe more. It's like 2.5 to 3. I forget the exact numbers now. This one parts out to like $200 and something, which I know is probably reliant upon a couple of parts that are new or recolors that people really want. So that'll crash. But even at half of that, say 120, and I paid 40, that's still a 3X part out. So that's why I figured that was a safe one. I know there's dozens of people parting the same set out. So I'm not like, yeah, I'm going to sell through these parts so fast. And it was just bulk for the store long term. It was such a good part out right now. And even if it halved in value, it was still a good part out. I felt okay doing that. I can't remember what the last set was. That was a part out. It was okay. I think it was like a wildflower bouquet or something. Let's see, I want one of these. So it was, again, another floral that's got some new recolors. It's one that has all like the tan or dark tan shields. It's part of the flower petals. So it's probably another inflated botanical because there's some new parts that are recolored, but then it'll crash at some point soon. But get that. Oh yeah, and the red is gone. The red is gone. I had to work on my... All right, these are... One is new, one is used, but that's the thing where I don't really feel like the need to separate them out. Makes less sense to me. Bright green one. This is another one of those orders you wonder what kind of mock they're making. You wish you could see it when they're done. Just with all the things and everything here, clearly base, but it's going on something interesting. So there's more things. You just don't expect to sell often. This order's come through. And of course I have to sneeze. Cat? Doug loves to jump in my seat all the time. So anytime I am, say, putting parts away, and I, put the parts in, go walk over to put them into the computer, or to put them into whatever drawer they're supposed to be in, Doug will almost always come running in, jump into my seat, because he knows it's all nice and warm. So it just cracks me up. I'm a goofball. Okay, one orange. These random giant parts. They're just hard to store otherwise. 9-1. We need 10 orange. 2, 4. 7. 8. 9-4. Right next door. Pearl gold, 2 of them. And I have only 3 in this whole bag. Of course I didn't put them in that thing. That would have made life simpler. But no. Why would I want that? I just need one more. 2 in this bag. Okay. That wasn't terrible. Same bag, 2 trans green. There's at least several of those in here. 2. Same bag, 2 trans blue. There's only 4 in here. Not in that. This is these are very much a Minecraft thing. They're making oh, there's a dark blue. Maybe I can put it in there. Another dark blue. More dark blue. Lots of dark blue. Okay, maybe dark blue has graduated. This is, I'm sure, great cinema. Me digging through and finding new parts. 6B. And that's what we need. A few things from here. We'll be darn. Opening back one-handed with a camera becomes slightly more difficult. Okay. One. Oh no, I'm telling you that I found all these parts and I have it. Oh, there's a way to undo that. There is. There's one. About there. All right. Trans yellow is not immediately apparent. Excellent. Let's see, how many dark purple do I need? 2. I got 1 and 2 right there. I guess I can't tell it that I picked the one early. Nah, there we go. One trans yellow. Purple got reddish brown, 8 of them. Four, 6, 7, and 8. 6 tans. I had a thought a minute ago, and then it fleetingly left me. There's something about over here. I can't remember. Yeah, I got a lot of sets to part out. Or all I can say is when it comes to, oh my god. It's my fault, not software's fault. Oh. When it comes to the Bricqer team, they are incredibly responsive, very helpful, and very customer friendly, looking to make life better for their customers. So I don't know. From a customer service standpoint, close this bag. Sorry about that. From a customer service standpoint, they are ridiculously good. Brick Freedom just announced version 2, which I don't think has any like concrete. There you go. Anything concrete about it? Let's see. It's just they opened a new channel on their Discord called version 2 or something like that. So I mean, good for them. You know that if you have an issue, the dev has always been quick to respond. I will say that. I've never had an issue where the Brick Freedom dev and I had a problem, like an error. He's always quick to they were always quick to fix it and take care of the situation. But when it came to like generally responding in the Discord, to answering like feature questions and such, there was not a whole lot of communication. So it was a little off-putting, I guess. Whereas I messaged the Bricqer guys and they're supremely quick to get back. Within 24 hours, I've always had a response from saying, yes, I've technically been their customer for, a week? Thereabouts. And I'm still on a trial, so am I even a customer? Can I be called a customer yet? Who knows? Whatever. All right, small overflow, tiny office. Let's see, 8-5, I need 8 tan. -5. Five. 6, 7, 8. Flopping over. That is it for that. Yes, this office is somehow able to maintain this store. Maintain might be a stretch. 9-3. Somehow able to do this store with all of its parts and have these crazy cats with their beds and cat towers, tiles and scratchers, and obviously it takes me more time when there's a camera in hand, but you know, some video content for you all because I am a benevolent content creator. No, I appreciate the views. I appreciate the comments. Doug of Do2 Bricks has been going through my entire series and commenting, and I am highly appreciative of the interaction. Clear me out of the bricks. I have bust out one of my blue bin or white bins for this order. 7 and 8. Oh. What you do, Jenny? I think it's like on the floor. It's better. There you go, Jenny. All right, 13. minutes. I'll have to record the rest of this entire thing. Just me derpy talking and whatever. But I don't want to mention the Horizon Adventures set. Went to the Lego store with my kids over the weekend. It's Thursday, so it would have been however many days ago on Sunday. Oh, those are used. This felt really good for being used. And they had the Horizon set, which was one that was on my list to get for a long time, because I have the tall neck. And the Horizon Zero Dawn set I played when my oldest, who's now almost 10, was 6, and she would sit down and watch me play. Fortunately, the game, I try to avoid like person-to-person violence when they're little, but the person and machine stuff, I feel less terrible about. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So I had to get the tall neck set when it came out, and then when they announced that one, I knew I'd have to get it for me, not for store. But I did buy 2 of them so I could have 2 of the crab walkers and 2 of the, they're not sawtooths, I'm forgetting the name of it. But so we'll keep the builds for them, and then the figs on one of them I'll put in the store, and the figs for the other one will have separate. So my ultimate goal will be to create like a big diorama of some sort of big, probably on one base plate, but a diorama of the tall neck with the 2 shell walkers and the 2 ravengers, I forget. So that'd be pretty neat, I think. All right, 14-3. Yeah, I'll probably just finish up this order. I don't think there's anything supremely terribly interesting, like more flowers and cones, and like I said, lots of those parts that are just, there's an Imperial Guard. Lots of those parts that are just some skirts here. You don't sell often, so it's always nice when people come along and buy some of them. So I will leave you on this clip with one crazy, goofy kitty. Just wanted to update my packing situation since we've got it all figured out a little bit more. So basically, when I've got all the orders picked, it'll have this little pop-up. You've picked one order. Then I can hit pack or finish. Since this is on my iPad, I'm just going to hit finish. Close that. I'm done with the iPad side of things. Come back over here. I have packed it all up into one 11x7 box. And on the desktop, I've got the orders. There's a ready to be packed. So I can just click the pack right here. If I click the right part of it. Of course, it shows their address. So I'll have to remember to clip that out. Anyhow, so I can hit next. Let's see if I can make sure. There we go. So I put next, and then it gives me, I've hit this before and it doesn't save it. There we go. So it's supposed to blur out their information. So they wanted priority mail, requested insurance, which it's less than $100, so it'll automatically have insurance through priority mail. Upload order to PirateShip. I can pop this here. I'm going to lower this because I know his information will probably be up there at some point. There we go. It will automatically take you to this import from WooCommerce, because when you set it all up, you connect it here, and it's in PirateShip is considered a WooCommerce. So then there's this get rates. Ooh, I can do this, and then it hides that, but then it's probably going to pop up his address right here. So I'm going to click that lower here. So it just takes you to the normal page where you can input your package details. It shows my address, and it shows his address at the top. package details, I'm going to do the modify package. I know this is an 11 by 7 by 3 box. It's actually by 2. Weight. So it said the packed weight was 15 ounces. I'm gonna go ahead and just bump this up to 1 pound, say 8 ounces, because I'm pretty sure once you're at priority mail that there's no difference in all of that. Like I said, it already has $100 of insurance, so I don't need to add extra. It's just a priority mail has that. Okay, rates again, I'm going to lower it just in case. Show address is a little less possible. Then I can pick my type, priority mail cubic. It's got our cost there. And I believe that is everything good to go. So it's got all the information up in the top part of this page. All this stuff, I can't buy a label. So then normally I would copy the tracking number from the shipping page on PirateShip, take that back over into Brick Freedom, copy them over or paste them there. But with Bricqer, all I have to do is tell it to print my label. I can close PirateShip when it's done. And I come back over to Bricqer. I can just refresh the page and the order is gone. It'll be under the archive orders at this point. So definitely a whole lot less to do to pack an order. And it looks like the rubber stamping is getting messed up. Oh, I just showed his address again. Looks like the rubber stamping is messed up. I need to contact them about that and see what is going on. I don't know whose purview that falls under, because in PirateShip, PIR. Oh, and another thing Bricqer does when I integrations, e-commerce, so I can edit the rubber stamps, the order ID, which it does, but it doesn't pop over properly. So it's like something's going on with that connection. Anyhow, normally when I would need to pack through Brick Freedom Minecraft server, Brick Freedom, I'd have to open up a separate tab, log in to PirateShip, upload my CSV file, and go. And from this, I'm able to one click from Bricqer, go right to the page where you import from WooCommerce. If you have multiple orders, it'll show all of them there. And then you can just go from there. There's no having to connect to or make sure you paste the tracking into the right orders. If you have 4 orders and you're pasting tracking over, there's no need to make sure that all works properly. I never integrated ShipStation into Brick Freedom because simple export from Pirate, and I like the Pirate better than ShipStation. So there might be a connection there that's smoother than what mine was through Brick Freedom, but whatever. I'm enjoying this. Just to figure out the rubber stamp situation. I can see if they have any ideas on that, and go from there. So I was pretty impressed on how easy it was to add like sorted parts, bricks and plates and what like that. And it's pretty quick and pretty fast. But how does it work for parts like loose Star Wars parts and such? How quickly am I able to go through and add things? Let me just say it's pretty stinking quick. Of course, I need 2 hands for this, so it's, you know, whatever, one-handed. But if I hold this here, then I can just click. I can click in the picture, and then right here it gives some matches. Pick the one. I can put it in location because this is a bunch of stuff I don't have currently. 1, tap, and I'm done. That's it. That one's in. So to me, that's pretty stinking fast. I wonder if it'll do if I put in like 2 completely different things, what it will do. Let's look at that. Make sure this was like a eBay purchase, and it had like some damaged stuff, but then there's a lot I was able to pull out that was just fine. Or like, for instance, on this guy, I think it was just the legs that had chew marks, and I swapped those out with other legs. This one, I think the legs were discolored, so that was easy. This one, I honestly feel like they thought all the dirt was like messed up of the fig itself, but I mean, I can't find any other actual flaws on this. There's no cracks, no chew marks, nothing. So yeah, I'll take it. Same with the helmet, that spare helmet. I think they thought that was, you know, a dirty mess up helmet. Turns out no, it's not. I added this one a second ago. Yeah, if you know, you know. That's like how the helmet is supposed to be. So who knows? But anyhow, on that, let's go to location. In this case, I'm putting stuff in drawer D1 and 2, tab, and it's in. So I am, once again, pretty stinking impressed with this. The only thing was, I think his torso had, that nose is a little bit, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. That's where you really wanted to click that. You can get, so it looks like the paint is a little off on mine. Maybe just like an overshoot. I mean, that's, if you look at that nose line, the ears are painted inside. Guess there's a little bit in that. Looks like it was just missed, which, I mean, this head gets a lot of misprints. I think I'll keep that one out. It's a commonly misprinted head, and it's only worth, you know, like 80 something cents, so it's not really worth potentially getting someone grumpy at you for it. So we're gonna just cancel, and let's just grab a head and see what we get. So stay there, and then if we click, that's the right one. Yep. Lightning it. Doing 2 and 12. 1. Done. And then in point, I can close this, and I can see what's been added. And that head is worth like $5. Where it goes to. This is the annoying part here is I can't like click on this and then get a part info page. You know, to like copy and paste and come here, and the Captain America dark blue suit. I guess that's from the Infinity War. One set Outrider dropship. Oh. Well, whatever. Guess it was limited. I mean, there's only one set that this particular cap came in, so I'm going to set this aside here because I usually stack heads that I work on so they're easier to get out of if they're used, then they're easier to get out of a bin. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick little record showing how easy that was, how quick it is to be able to just input those parts and keep on going.